Hey guys, got a Joust board just in. Joust board set. Cool thing about this particular Joust board set is this is being used. There is a guy, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. I think it starts with Lonnie is his first name. Going around and putting scores on Joust machines at 99999 before it flips. And this board set is sent to me because this one is going to be one of the board sets used in that. So what has been ordered on this is basically a really big maintenance job. We're converting to 4164 and I'm going to replace all of these sockets. Replacing these sockets in that. Replacing all of these sockets, replacing the ribbon cable, and then I'm going to go through, probably replace these caps, of course. I'll probably replace this power connector. I'm going to verify all of the ROM. I'll put them in my reader, and dump them and verify them, make sure that they're good to go. And then we'll hook it up and make sure it works. And works perfectly. So, well, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's do this board first. This one right here. And this is a really super clean board set. And this up here was replaced, and it's a little ugly. So I'm going to remove that socket right off the board. I'm going to check it out. Make sure if I have to do repair on the traces, I'll do it. And then if it does work, I'll go through with my oscilloscope and just check the integrity of the busing and stuff like that. As I usually always do anyway. So let's get to it. I'm going to start stripping this board. Okay. After 2 hours of work and removing solder, removing parts and everything, I've got all the RAM out, the RAM sockets and whatnot, and I've got these 3 sockets out, and I removed that guy right there, which is really, really bad on the back side. But this is really good, really nice. Not one pad lifted. Not one pad lifted. And the CPU. And these guys. And then look at this. Look how bad that is. That's going to have to really be fixed. I mean, that's terrible. Yikes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, next thing to do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash it. I'm going to wash the board really good. And I'm going to use some Works toilet bowl cleaner, really light on this. I'm going to brush this really good. This is really nice. You know, there's really no reason why you can't just use this. Put some lithium batteries in it. This has to be fixed, otherwise it's not gonna save any kind of scores. So I have to really be careful on fixing that. It's a mess. All right. And this is after a good cleaning. Nice and shiny. Okay, the socketing work is done on this main board. I still haven't done anything with this yet. I'm going to really look at that, evaluate how I'm going to go about repairing that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use a socket in there. I might have to solder the chip directly into the board because it's such a mess, to make sure that all the connections are made. I don't know. I'll look at that. But all of these sockets are in. Nice dual wipe sockets. And I must say, it turned out beautifully. You cannot even tell that work was done on the back of this. Pretty clean, if I say so myself. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to come up with a solution up here and do a couple other things. I'm going to replace these caps. I'll replace this connector, this power connector. Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty straight. No, I'm going to go ahead and replace that. And this one should be fine. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to that. Replace these caps, replace this, and figure out what I'm going to do up here. Okay, with this right here, I did socket it. I took basically high-res pictures of the front and the back of the board, and I soldered in the socket, and then I just beeped out every connection. So, should be good to go. See, it's still a little wet where I cleaned it with alcohol. But every connection is made, so we should be okay there. All right. Alrighty, I got this board pretty much done. I got all the RAM in it, 4164 RAM. I did the power connector, and I clipped the neg 5 and the plus 12 volt rail or pin, and then I jumped the 5 volt pins to the 12 volt pin. So that is good to go. This board's done. I was going to hook it up and turn it on, fire it up, and then I realized this thing is garbage. This thing doesn't even have a top to it. So I'm going to have to replace this. I got one right here. There's a new, they sent me a cable. I'm going to put the cable on it. Replace this. That's just garbage. So I have to get the desoldering gun back out, do this, and then I want to fire it up and see what it does. I did replace this power connector as well. And I'll replace these two caps while I got the desoldering gun out. And see what it does. Alrighty, I got the old ribbon cable off. Okay. And we're going to solder on the new one. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the desoldering gun, get my soldering iron station set up and heated up, and we'll go ahead and put the new one on. Okay, and the ribbon cable is on. So now I'm going to hook it up and see how it goes. Okay, we got her all hooked up. As you can see, it's booting right straight to 0, no RAM errors. And it's working perfectly. It's kicking no RAM errors at all. So what I want to do is I'm going to put some alkaline batteries in here. And I'm going to make sure that it's saving the configuration so that you don't have to restart it every time you... I'm basically making sure that it's holding bookkeeping. So let me do that. I'm going to throw some batteries in here and make sure that that circuit is working. Okay, I just put in these batteries, and this is by no means is this a permanent fix. People do not put alkaline batteries in your boards. You can get lithium ones. You can get lithium AA's, and they won't leak all over everything. They're more expensive, but you have to. So I'm just checking to make sure that that circuit is working. I just put those in and I turned it on, and it comes up to the factory settings restored. So I'm going to hit the reset and wait for it to restart. Okay. Now, the next time I power this off and turn it back on, it should boot right to this screen. So, let's go ahead and unplug it. And this is where this circuit takes over. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and plug it back in and wait for it to boot up. Yeah, this thing's not kicking any RAM errors now. It's perfect. It's booted to 0. And that circuit is working. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to let this one run for about 3 hours. 3-4 hours. And I'll do some restarting it and call it good. Thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and give me a like and subscribe if you like these kind of videos. It's just I'll be coming out with more all the time, so thanks for watching.